So I found myself one evening, Madrid, Spain, watching a Whitesnake cover band. Like the Whitesnake cover band? Do you all remember the 80s hair metal band Whitesnake? Songs like Here I Go Again on My Own and Is This Love with Tawny Katane and different things like that. But hey, here I am in Madrid. But what in the world is a Whitesnake cover band doing in Madrid? Well, stick around, watch the rest of the video, and it's a good story. I think you'll enjoy it. And if you like the video, give it a thumbs up. I appreciate it. Subscribe to the channel. Got lots of good stories, things you might enjoy hearing about. All right, so how did this all come about? Well, I went to Spain originally to hike part of the Camino de Santiago. So I did that for 10 days. It was a good time. I've got a 3-month visa, so might as well hang out, see some things in Spain. So I go to Madrid and talking to one of my buddies, and this is cool, just how things go and who you know and who you know who you know. I got a really good buddy from Malaysia, and he used to work in London, England. He was in finance, and he had a good buddy who was German. They worked together, and we've been in the same WhatsApp group for years, and we've talked. And I never met the German guy before, but we've known each other, sort of known each other for years. And turns out he's now living in Madrid, Spain. So I'm like, hey, that's cool. So I message and we're like, hey, dude, what's up? He's like, hey, let's go hang out. Let's go have a beer. I'm like, all right, dude. He's like, you like craft beer? I'm like, sure I do, man. So let's go. He's like, well, I know this place called The Good Beer. And okay, cool. So look it up. It's in Spanish, of course, La Buena Cerveza, which means the good beer. So he's like, yeah, I'll meet me there and we'll hang out. So I'm gonna come off the camera a little bit. I'm gonna show you some photos, and you can kind of get an idea of this place and how the evening started off. So like I said, it's in Madrid. It's called La Buena Cerveza. Check it out. It was a good time. You can see from the photos, I got a wall of beer, and this is just one of the walls. Lots of beers from around the world. Pretty good stuff. Even some American beers, and I found a few things to enjoy. I noticed the sign, "Love hops." Well, I'm not really a hop fan. I like my malts and my porters and my stouts, but I won't hold it against you if you like hops. Wish you were beer. It was pretty cool. Pop is not dead. I guess the takeoff on Punk is not dead. So here's some dudes hanging out in the back room, drinking. Looks like they've had quite a few. Here's our table with, I guess somebody had a few lottery tickets. I think that's what they are. And there's a few beers we're into it. And then, hey, here's a picture of me and the boys. So I'll give you kind of a background on how this all came together. So the funny thing, the dude on the left in the bicycle jersey, he's a Spanish dude, and he knew the German guy, my friend there, and so we're starting to shoot the shit. And he's like, obviously he's a cyclist. I'm a cyclist too, so we start talking cycling, and what kind of bike you got, where do you ride, blah blah blah, and shooting the shit, and getting along that way, and talking about beer, and he starts going, where are you from? And I said, I'm from Kentucky. He's like, Kentucky? Oh my God, I love Kentucky. He's like, I love the American music. I love bluegrass. So we're, Bill Monroe, Everly Brothers and Dwight Yoakam, and we're just, Loretta Lynn, and we're just shooting the shit about music. I've been in music for years and years too. I know a lot about Kentucky music. And he's like, oh my God, it's so cool, man. You're from Kentucky. And he was like, I just can't believe it. You're from Kentucky. And I was like, yeah, that's cool, man. It's cool. But he's really, really into roots in American music. I'm like, oh, that's pretty cool. He's like, well, here's another funny little thing. He kind of dropped the bomb that he had sold some antiques to Bela Fleck. And if you know Bela Fleck and the Flecktones, he's a banjo player from New York. Originally, I believe I guess he's won like 13 Grammys, and a bluegrass player in Newgrass, and so he's pretty famous. I'm like, wow, you sold some antiques to Bela Fleck. That's pretty cool. And I think he actually dropped a bomb too that he may have sold some antiques to Rod Stewart, if I'm not mistaken. I think he said Rod Stewart was a dick, but that may have come up in a different conversation. But anyway, yeah, real cool dude. And he's like, dude, my band's playing tonight. You gotta come. I'm like, all right, cool, man. I'll come, man. I'll come. So he had to go, and he had to ride off his bike and get ready for his gig and clean up and all that sort of stuff. So me and Jordan finish our beers, and he's not going to go out for the bar. So we end up at the next bar, which was I think called the Blackbird Rock Bar. So again, I'll show you a few pics so you can get an idea how that place was and how that went. All right, so I'm just going to show you a few pictures, like on the wall, like photos of the Ramones, which was pretty cool. Photo of Kiss. There's Lou Reed on the bottom left. I don't know who the dude is on the bottom right. Just general people hanging out in the bar. It was a nice place. Had photos all over the place of rock musicians. Here's another one with the Stones on top. James Brown at the bottom. I'm not gonna zoom in and see. Oh, there's Green Day on the right. There's the Eagles. A lot of these things are autographed, so like that's cool. I don't know if these bands were actually in this bar and autographed them in person, but it's pretty cool nonetheless. And then I like that the photo of Lemmy from Madrid. Awesome. Oh, I gotta love Lemmy. On the bottom, there's Ronnie Wood and Rod Stewart from the Faces. And this one on the bottom right, I can't tell. It looks like I think it's not, but it kind of looks like Nigel Tufnell from Spinal Tap. It's pretty cool. And then U2. Let's see, Lenny Kravitz, Red Hot Chili Peppers. Yeah, it's pretty cool. And then here's the band playing. And I'm gonna play this little video that I took while I was there, and they're playing "Knocking on Heaven's Door" by Bob Dylan, and of course a lot of people covered it, including Guns N' Roses. But anyway, they were a pretty good band, you know. Funny thing was, Pedro was like, "Oh man, you gotta come out and play. You gotta come out and play with us." And everybody he would introduce me to, all the musicians, he's like, "He's from Kentucky." They're like, "Wow, you're from Kentucky? That's so cool, man. That's so cool, you know." And I'm like, "Yeah, that's cool." He's like, "Come on, play." And I'm like, "Nah, I don't play. You know, I mean, I play, but I've always done original music. I don't know covers, so I'm like, I can't go up and play any of these songs." But anyway, it was good, just musicians always want to play and, get a foreigner to come up and play with them. So it was a good time, we spent, hour or two, whatever it was. And it was a cool place, if you like rock and roll. And, these people were all like, really sort of like 70s rock and roll and I guess classic rock sort of people. And so, they're introducing me to these other people and these other people and these other people. The gig's over and they're like, "Hey, we're going to go out to this bar called Honky Tonk." And I'm like, "All right, American music, right? It's Honky Tonk." So, if you know what a honky tonk is, it's like a, kind of like old time country bar. You expect to see, cowboys and guys in boots and rednecks and drinking a lot of beer and fights and, all that kind of stuff, sawdust floor, maybe, whatever. So I'm like, "Hey, we're going to a place called Honky Tonk in Spain." Okay, cool. I'm in. And then somebody drops the bombs like, "Yeah, and there's a Whitesnake cover band tonight." I'm like, "What?" Like, Whitesnake? You mean like the hair metal band Whitesnake? And they're like, "Yeah, man, they're white." I'm like, Are they British? Like, are they American? They're like, "No, man, they're Spanish." I'm like, okay, Spanish. Kind of like, I've never been a super big fan of the Whitesnake, but I mean, I appreciate their musicianship. They were a good band. One of the three W's of the hair metal: Whitesnake, Winger, and Warrant. Right? So, David Coverdale, and I remember the videos with Tawny Katane and all that good stuff. So yeah, good times. And so I'm like, hell yeah, I'm in, man, I'm in. So I'm like, let's go check out Honky Tonk. What the hell? So again, I got a few more photos of this and some videos of the bands, and you'll be surprised. They were good. They were really good. So let's check this out. So the first thing is we walked into Honky Tonk and there's doorman. I'm like, this ain't no honky tonk. This ain't like an American honky tonk. It's actually kind of plush and it was a little bit fancy. I think if you can see this first photo, obviously it's dark. There's a I think it's BB King on the left. I can't really tell, and then Jim Morrison in the back, and the front bar, it was a little bit posh actually. It was kind of surprising. And we went to the back and I bought a beer, and it was way too expensive. And I'm like, well, shit, this ain't like a real honky tonk. But anyway, it ended up being a good time. So let me, I don't even know what the name of this band was, but there can't be that many Whitesnake cover bands in Spain. But I'm gonna play this video, man. This guitar player really shredded on this Les Paul. So check this out. know, it's the guy can sing and the guitar player does shred. But here's another funny video. I got to show you this one. This is not the band, but I don't know if you can see that dude in that photo. The long-haired dude wearing black with like a metal on the sides, and you know, this denim jacket. There's one of these guys. Like anytime you go to a rock show, there's these hair metal. I mean, there's these air guitar players. I don't know. I just love it. I just love it. But check this dude out. I love it, man. I love it. Old rockers, man, kicking it. All right, but here's the money shot. Here's the song everybody knows, right? And it's pretty good, so check this out. That's funny. Hope y'all dug that. I hope you dug that. That's great, man. It's just it was a fun night. You know, nothing crazy really happened. We watched the band. We went upstairs and they kind of played like 80s disco music and 70s, and they played, you know, Michael Jackson and Don't Stop Till You Get Enough, and they might even played Livin' La Vida Loca. It was it was fun. We were all having a good time. So it was a good bar, the honky tonk bar. It's nothing like a real honky tonk, but I spent a lot of time there over the few months that I was in Spain. So good times. But you know, it's just a story. I think I just love the story of, you know, friends, and like I said, I got friends all over the world, and I meet people, and things like this just happen all the time to me. It's like, if you say yes to life, right, just enjoy your life and say yes, meet people, go up and be friendly to people, and you know, you never know who you're going to meet, because a lot of these people I just met randomly, or at a business event or another event or something like that, or just somebody talking on the street, and I've had a lot of lifelong friends from that. So you know, life's what you make it, right? So anyway, cool story. I hope y'all appreciate it. I hope y'all dug a little Spanish, British rock and roll or whatever it was. So yeah, pretty damn cool. So if you like the video, appreciate it if you give it a like, and subscribe to the channel. I got all kinds of stories about fun things and good things and bad things and not so good things that happened to me on my travels around the world. Hey, leave a few comments. Do you like Whitesnake? Were they good? Did you like that guitar player? Was he shredding or was he not? Do you like Les Pauls? Not really a Les Paul fan, more of a Strat guy. But yeah, anyway, tell me some cool things and places to go and things to see next time I'm in Madrid. And anyway, hope y'all enjoyed the video. Take care. Peace.